If you notice, with all those examples that I gave, I never used the word fail. Failure only occurs when you give up on yourself. But if you keep going, it's a prolonged victory.
Remember, it takes action to be inspired, which keeps the motivation to achieve your greatness. Let's get it started.
Hey, welcome back to my page. Y'all know who it is. It's your boy, Mr. Two Hand. So today, I wanted to go over something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with, and that is the experiences that you go through in life on your way to your final destination. Like, I think we all get so caught up in this process and this daily grind that when we do decide to reward ourselves or things don't turn out how they're supposed to, that we look at those things as hindrances, or, oh man, I just set myself back X amount of time to get to that goal, and you start stressing when really you got to enjoy every single step of the way. So that's something that I want to really touch on today to help people understand just how valuable those experiences are when it comes to that final destination. You know, we all have goals, things that we aspire to be in life, you know, whether it's through your own dream or through somebody that you look up to. And when you accomplish those goals, whew, like that feeling, that just sense of accomplishment, like it can't be replaced. Now, to get to these goals, you know, we got a plan, because a goal without a plan is just a dream. The road to accomplishing your dreams is not easy at all. From the blood, the sweat, the tears, the amount of no's that you get, the amount of people that tell you it can't be done, that's just not possible. Like, those things get really discouraging. But what if I told you that's the best part? Like, most people would look at me like I was crazy. How could all those years that I put into that relationship only for it to fail, like, be the best part? How could that business loan I took out only for my business to be unsuccessful be the best part? How could all that work I put in only not to make it to the league be the best part? Well, let me tell you something, fine people. If you notice, with all those examples that I gave, I never used the word fail. Failure only occurs when you give up on yourself. But if you keep going, it's a prolonged victory. And the victories are what you obtain on the way to your end goal. As a society, there is a domesticated timeline that is put into our brains to make us believe that if things aren't done in a certain order or time frame, that you failed. So now you're so focused on the end goal that you forget to enjoy the victories along the way, which leads to unhappiness, self-doubt, anxiety, your self-image being tarnished, your self-values being questioned, just a slew of negativity that the parasite in all of our minds feeds on, which magnifies that negativity and has you believing that this is how life will always be. I'll give you all a great example. So, as humans, we all want love. I mean, it's nothing like receiving that affection from your significant other. Like, and just thinking and dreaming that you'll be with that person forever. Like, I remember when I was in college, I met my first love. Oh, was I the person I am today? Heck no. But, met my first love. I mean, she treated your boy good. Like, I remember when I didn't have any money, she would slip $20 to $50 in my wallet at night. So I wake up, I'm like, oh man, eating good today. We be in the mall. We go past the shoe store at Foot Locker. We walking past, she's like, hey, you think those shoes tough? I'm like, oh no, they fire. Size 13, please. And I'm like, wait, you don't have to know. You do like them. I want you to have them. I'm just like, oh wow. Sometimes I get home late from practice. I let her know I really couldn't. Between practice and class, it was kind of hard to keep track of the time. What did she do? She bought me a watch. She bought me a couple watches. Now that I'm thinking about it. And like, you know, I did nice stuff for her too. But yeah, like, it was going great. After 3 years, yeah, it ended. Next relationship, North Carolina, country bumpkin, met my second love. You know, she was, you know, super caring, had a great family, more on the chill side. You know, like what we would do is she worked at Foot Locker coincidentally, and so what we would do is I would buy the shoes on discount and then sell them to other people and, like, you know, make a little profit off of that. And then we used to be like, oh man, if we can hustle this right now, just imagine what our future gonna look like. You know, we talked about the kids, the marriage, all that stuff. Yeah, after 2 years, didn't work out. When you open up your heart to someone and things don't work out, it hurts. But opening your heart is the only way to know what your heart truly desires. Too many people go through heartbreak and then completely shut down and just throw their guards up. Why is that? It's because they just didn't understand that humans we grow through experience, not intellect. You can think it's possible to think your way into a successful relationship, but until you actually experience it, you don't know what you'll do. So what you have to learn to do is continue to have those experiences and enjoy them along the way, because every single step brings you to a closer version of your best self. A couple fun facts that I jotted down about myself when it comes to relationships that I learned while on my journey, just through life in general. You know, one, probably prevalent to most people today, actually. So I didn't really care how I was treated. At the end of the day, I still enjoyed the outside validation from other women being interested in me. So even though I had a great person that cared about me a lot, like, I enjoyed more. I got an endorphin boost off the point of seeing how many other people wanted me and being able to satisfy that side of myself. So I recognized over time, based off of that I actually wasn't ready for a serious commitment, because of the point that I still enjoyed being able to dabble around and be a hot commodity, you know, in my own merit. So that's one. This one. I never recognized that women actually go through a lot, like, throughout their lives, like growing up, way different than a guy. And how they handle those things are a little different. And so I've dated women like who cut themselves. And I know back then, if you would have asked me, is that something I would have dealt with? I would have probably told you no from an intellect standpoint, but after experiencing it, no. People just handle things totally different when they go through stuff. And I enjoyed being that, like, pillar of happiness that they could lean on to be like, yo, this person, like, is different than what I've always known, and this is an enjoyable experience. So it was a huge thing I learned. I prefer somebody that has a family. All right, this is what this means. So I've dated loners, like, where literally they don't even talk to their family. I've dated people with big families. Personally, in my future, I do want to have kids, and I don't want to always have to pay for a babysitter. So having a family, to me, is just clutch. You gotta have, like, a family. I prefer to talk to somebody that has, like, you ain't gotta have a 2,000 person family, but just, you know, like an immediate family of people who could watch kids in the future where I ain't gotta pay for a babysitter, because I do have that on my end. So that's something I learned. You gotta have drive. You know, you gotta want better for yourself, you know, without me pushing you. Because I personally, as you all can probably even tell, I do a lot of self-development just on myself. Am I perfect? Nowhere near. But I'm always just striving just to become better than I was yesterday. And I personally I wouldn't be able to date someone who is just okay with Netflix and chill every single day. Like, it's just not my thing. Like, when I'm in the house chilling, I can do some Netflix every once in a while, but I like working on things, working on myself, like reading, pushing, just it's got to be something to level yourself up daily. That's just me. So that's something that I also learned. Living with the person, holy gosh, man, it was one of the best things I did. If you ain't do it yet, please do it. Living with the person, I will never rush that again. I moved in with the person, you know, a little bit after we got together, thinking woo woo woo. 3 months later, I was out the door. My boy was outside with his truck, man. I loaded my car and got out of there. I will not rush that anymore. Living with the person, that was an interesting experience. Smoke tobacco. Personally, you know, I've dated people that did. Not really my thing. I just think no matter how much you clean your mouth and everything, I just feel like that smell just never leaves. So I personally can't talk to somebody that smokes tobacco. When it comes to marijuana, I don't mind if you do that, but you can't be a person that has to smoke it to do every single thing that you do. Like, you literally can't eat without smoking, sleep without, you wake up, wake and bake. It's a little too much for me because I'm kind of always on the move, or like when I want to have conversations, I want them to be fluid. And I'm not gonna be able to converse with somebody who's always under the influence off of my personal opinion of people I've dealt with who, you know, was always usually high. PDA, I enjoy it. I enjoy being able to pick the person up I'm with and walk across the street with them, and, you know, hold their hands and kisses in public, taking lots of pictures. Like, I enjoy that. So it's something the person would have to be into. Then, I know y'all can't see me under here, but, you know, I got a lot of tattoos, so I'm definitely into tattoos. Like, that's is it mandatory? No, but tattoos is definitely another little sex appeal thing for myself. So, oh wait, consistency. Man, let me tell you, one thing I learned is I do not send good morning or good night text anymore. It creates a bad habit of expectations, which leads to nonsense. Like, opinion, of course. I had to shut that out. So I send no good mornings, no good nights to anyone, even when I meet you. And people have even said it to me like, wait, you don't do that? I was like, hey, I just don't want to create bad habits, because when I'm not doing it on days where I just wake up at 5 a.m. and hit the gym, and I'm not even really thinking about a good morning, I'm thinking about different things, and you're texting me like, wow, no good morning today. Nope, just creates issues that I personally can just avoid by not even starting it. So that was a good thing to learn. Final thing, this is probably my personal best. There's nothing that I actually don't like doing. The thing is, if I like you, I will do anything, because of the point that I just enjoy spending time with you. You know, I've been with people who I didn't want to do anything with them. Some of them but Netflix and chill. Some I didn't mind going out with, but I didn't want to Netflix and chill with them. Like, it's different accommodations that didn't matter how it went. But like, I learned that was huge, is when you actually care about somebody and when you actually really feeling them, you'll just do whatever. You'll find yourself crocheting an entire quilt just because you're sitting there spending time with them. And it is literally insane. So that was probably my highlight. So as you all see, been through heartbreak. You know, a lot of situations didn't work out that even I believed it was, but look at what I've gained along the way to help me now when it proceeds forward into going into other relationships. Don't close down just because those things happen, you know? As you all can tell, based off of the example I gave when it just came to relationships that I've been through, you know, in my life, and the experience that I've gathered from them, the destination is marriage and kids one day. But because of everything that I've been through, I know exactly what I'm into. So now whoever I end up with, they're gonna get a better version of me. Now this concept applies to every aspect of life. I know that in a society where everything can happen instantaneous, it's easy to stress when things don't work out the first time around. But remember, there is no one path that leads to your destination, just like there is no one experience that dictates your path. I just want everybody to take risks, live, laugh, love, make mistakes, own them, grow from them, and just enjoy yourself. And never forget the little things in life when it comes to the big picture. And on my final note, opening up to people and being transparent doesn't make you vulnerable, it makes you human. And the more you open up, the more susceptible people are to open up to you. If you enjoyed my content today, don't forget to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button too. It's actually probably clicked into this video. I learned how to pin it a little bit earlier today. I plan on to continue coming at y'all with this unconditional love to help you on your journey to greatness. You know, and if you enjoyed this, you'll definitely look forward to my next video.